Hello, I'm currently here at Lowdhams coffee shop while I have some warranty work done on Gustav. It's a beautiful day. I'm having to seek cover at the moment because it is so hot, but Lowdhams have given me permission to actually film their vans if I want to, so we're going to go and do that, and it'll be just my initial first impressions as we look in the van. Everyone's different. We've got dogs, so that's a big issue for us, but it's whether you've got children or whether you don't have children. Yeah, just my first impressions. I'm not going to be talking technical details. I might put technical details on the screen. It's not a proper review. I'm just using this time to have a look around. So this is a used 754i. So starting off, it's a really good price, 66,995. That's a lot cheaper than buying it new. The cab is standard cab. The nice thing about the Adamos is they all come with the automatic gearbox. It is just a dream to drive. This is exactly the same as Gustav, apart from we've upgraded the radio to a flat screen radio, touchscreen. But otherwise, the front part exactly the same. All the Adamos are on Ford with an automatic gearbox as standard, but you have a manual selection on the side if you wish to use that. We've never had cause to, done it by mistake a few times by just hitting that. So you have park, reverse, neutral, drive and manual if you wish to use the paddles on the side. On the steering wheel you've got your cruise control, a limiter which I've never used. That's for setting the speed. You can also move it up and down while you're driving, or if you've cancelled it because you're slowing up, if you just press the middle one, it gets you back up to whatever speed you were at before. And then you've got your volumes and mutes for the radio, your controls over here for menus, which I'll show you in a moment. These controls here will move your stations on the radio or your MP3 tracks, etc. You've also got hands-free phone controls here. You've got automatic light setting. You've got automatic windscreen wipers settings, which is great. The full beam works automatically as well, so you don't have to keep pushing it down. If it detects a car coming towards you, automatically dims the lights, which is excellent, better than my car. Other features you've got your normal air conditioning through here. The hazard lights are in a silly position. When the gear stick is in drive, it's sort of here, and you've got to go around it to get to the hazard lights, which in an emergency or on the motorway, if you come to standstill traffic, you have to actually look what you're doing to hit that. The mode here, I use this all the time. This goes into eco mode, so when you put your foot down, it's not so aggressive. It's very easy with a wet road to put your foot down and for it to wheel skid, because the engine is so powerful. If you put it into eco, it just takes that aggression off, and I use that all the time. It also has auto engine on and off. I did start switching that off and just letting the engine stay on all the time, but now I just leave it. It switches off when you're in standstill, saves some diesel. Display is digital, so it's just telling me the door's open at the moment, but your display is in digital as well as the normal sort of standard display, and it shows you if you're in park, etc. on the side. It's easy to switch between the different modes. It shows you your miles per gallon. I'm getting 30.1 at the moment. That's after a long trip to Salzburg. That's the main settings. This is driver assist for lane. It has lane assist and various different options. I don't need to go into all those, but if I press the menu button here, then it goes into all the different displays and settings there. Lots of space to put things. You have a curtain to go around to cut the cab off. We've never used ours. Otherwise, the front part is exactly the same as Gustav. In here, that is identical. So it's a shame that they don't come with the upgraded version of that, which has a light on, so when you turn the area you can see where the signal is. It costs £5 more than that version, so it's a bit silly they didn't put that in. Otherwise the aerial is in exactly the same place. If you have the router fitted, it's probably going to go up there on the right. It's a bit of a pain getting to the aerial because you end up having to stand on here. Table is the same, you have a clasp underneath, lift that and it moves around. Table is electric, and if it's the same as ours, you've probably got the charger underneath there. These are the passenger seats, so underneath there you've got the seats, so they come up, use the same cushions to fit in. There's a hidden area underneath there where you have the towing hook. Otherwise the kitchen is exactly the same. This is a false cover because you've got your gas lock on the other side. Nice locking mechanism. These are for the extra bed, so these support your table as it goes down to make a front double bed. A lot of people are changing that device because we don't think it's very good to support it. Otherwise, 3 gas burners and an electric hob, grill, oven, and a space underneath. That's your Truma heating. 2 plugs. Now in our mind it's just a shame that there aren't any plugs further down, but I guess it's an easy fix to do. Full fridge. Say all this is exactly the same as Gustav. So you've got a fridge, good size freezer, nice container there that comes out, and there's a partition that goes in to stop the milk flying about, etc. Useful for putting your TV remotes. Nice hooks. TV panel, so that will slide out here and it will angle. We haven't found much use for the shelf, apart from I've got my Alexa sitting up there. And then your main control panel, which will show you your charge and the water. These are your main lights. You've got that USB underneath there. Shower. Now that's interesting, the shower is slightly bigger than Gustav because it's angled off to the side. Not that we need anything slightly bigger. Oh, also they've got the plug hole caps. I wonder what those were for. I've got those and never used them though. But the shower is good. Now this is obviously the island bed, so this will pull forward to give you, because otherwise it's just for short people. That'll pull forward. Looks like you've got cupboards underneath. Yep. Blown air heating. Light switches and space for TV point here, so you could have a TV mounted on the side. Have a look. And that's fairly nice, yet hanging space. And this is nice to put your phone on or a cup of tea in the morning. And that'll be the same on that side. Those are spare cushions, I think, for making up the front bed. And then the toilet. Again, this area is exactly the same as Gustav. So toilet, wash basin. Good space in there for everything you need. Space for extra toilet rolls and fluids and things like that. That's nice. I've got a hook on the side, that's good. We find this is a pain, that gets in the way. There's no point putting toilet roll in, it's in the way. But otherwise, that's quite nice. And then, this might be different on here. Underneath, yeah, that one there, that's probably the wastewater. I don't know where the other ones is. We've got fresh water and wastewater cubby holes. Okay, so that's basically the same as ours, apart from we've got the twin beds at the back. Have a look quickly outside. There's the boots open. Toilet point. Large boot, just the same as Gustav. Actually, that is a bigger boot than Gustav. Is it? Yeah. Ah, but you haven't got the... We've got a hatch there so we can get to the boot from inside, which is good for putting your dirty washing into a basket in the boot. You have blown air heating into the boot to dry things out. Mains plug, 12 volt, lashing points, although I find those a bit redundant. Would be better to have lashing points on the side, so you can keep things flat. You do have a 12 volt light here, hooks, and a smaller entrance the other side, but I can still get my electric bike into that smaller entrance. Yeah, interesting. And then they don't come with a spare wheel, so they come with the stuff that you put into the tyres. It's in very good nick. It looks brand new.